We forgot, as JCPS is back in school tomorrow. So, for our firefighters and first responders to render the area and general area safe, at least outside the crash area itself this quickly is pretty special, and everybody is going to benefit from it. We'll open it up to questions. The one thing that we will not do is speculate on the cause, even with videos that are out there. That's what the NTSB is here for, and I wouldn't describe what I'm willing to do as being patient, but I will be reasonable, understanding that they do need to gather that evidence, but there is a lot out there. And at least for me as governor, my expectation is this can't drag on for years. We're going to need to get some answers in a time frame to where if we need to take additional steps, we can do that. That's what's important to me. Yes.
Governor Alex Capriello with News Nation. You mentioned a child being one of the deceased. Obviously, I know a lot of this is sensitive and protected information. Can you just give us any more context in what a child might have been doing in this sort of commercialized area of business? And then on top of that, if there is anything else you could tell us about the victims and maybe... So
identities of the victims will be released by the coroner. I will tell you that the coroner was on the site removing bodies as we were there and as we were leaving. And so that process is moving right now. I will say that the condition may make it a little more difficult to identify some. That may take some testing. But I'm certainly going to convey, having all of us been through an incident where we lost a friend and it took a long time for us to hear that it's really important to get that news, especially to the families, that while they want to be 100% sure, being 98% sure is enough to start talking to these families and letting them process their grief. I think most of these families have been generally identified, have shown up looking for their loved ones. And then what this business is both people can come looking to purchase parts. They can also sell different materials there. So this is probably a family or part of a family that was here with the parent doing that part of either the buying or the selling.
Any of the deceased, anyone that was already in the hospital or anything like that, or is this
I do not believe any of the new numbers that we've announced today are in the hospital. I believe those two individuals are still in critical condition or are still in the hospital but have not passed away, at least to my knowledge.
Mayor, do you know how many businesses are affected, either damaged or closed from this victim?
So we don't have an exact number for you, but given the large area that's closed off right now, restricted for emergency vehicles, there are a significant number of businesses that are impacted. You just heard about One Stooges, that's a restaurant right there, but there are a lot of other operating. River Metals is across the street there. Lots of businesses all along that street that, while they might not have direct damage from the incident, their business right now is not accessible. We need to let our first responders do that, but of course we're going to try to let businesses get back open as soon as we safely can, consistent with the investigation.
You mentioned Kentucky Petroleum getting bought out.
Yes, and also we've been talking about the other business that is in the path of the destruction, both grade A auto parts that we were just talking about where we know the owner. Then there was also Kentucky Petroleum. That has a new name, I think, as a result of some ownership change. I believe it's GL Environmental. So that's the same company, but a different name. We were on their property as well, viewing some of that horrible wreckage.
What else can you share about the person who you do know who owns the business, Grade A Auto Parts, you were just alluding to, and the connection that you guys have to him?
Is a personal friend of the three of ours that we've all known for a while, and he is in grief for the loss of employees, of customers, seeing his business literally now having gone up in flames, being charred ruins. We'll be there for him as friends, and we'll be there for all of the businesses that are impacted and their ownership group and their employees, just as we are for the victims of the family. Again, tragedies like this impact so many people in so many different ways. That's why we continue to encourage people to call 988 to seek other help that we've provided the phone numbers for if people want to talk to somebody. This has an impact far beyond the victims who were killed by this fatal tragedy.
Let me add, if I can. The mayor advised me as I arrived today whose business it was. I've been there. I've taken a tour of it, seeing how the operation works. He works there with his sons. They take their dogs to work. Got a lot of great employees there. He knows everyone that's on that lot, and I just can't imagine how this feels for them today.
And Governor, moving into the recovery mode instead of the rescue mode, how is that impacting the emergency personnel? Are numbers going to be going down?
Yes. The numbers on the site are already down significantly from fighting a giant blaze. We were able to do a shift change, so most people are now getting some sleep. We've got a couple of the fire trucks that are still on site because you got a couple of hot spots and they're right there ready for them watching. You'll now have more personnel from NTSB and others that are on. You'll still have people until we get through the entire grid multiple times doing the search for any other bodies, because that's all we're going to find at this point, unfortunately. And so you'll see them reduce from that point as well. You're going to see at least a few emergency personnel and ambulances stay to make sure if anybody's hurt on the site that they get that help immediately. But I've got to say, to be able to put out a blaze like that and to be able to stabilize a site this size from a giant airplane filled with aviation fuel this quickly, get kids in school the next day is pretty special. And I'm amazed by not only the training of all of these different groups, but their ability to work so seamlessly together. It's a lesson that we all ought to take and try to put into practice.
Governor, earlier in Kentucky, you talked about the 16 families that were still looking for loved ones and how that number might change. Do you have an update for that?
I don't. I'm hoping some of them have found their loved one. Again, I think the number 11 is going to increase. I hope it doesn't increase significantly. Anybody else? All right. Thank you all very much.
You
And
had a chance to speak to President Trump yet?
I have not, but we're speaking to all the different agencies that are involved. We're getting everything we need from the federal government. So, no criticism. As long as we get the help we need, that's all that matters. No D, no R, just all of us showing up, doing the best we can for our people. Thank you all.
Thank you all very much.